Join Kids Hut family. It is still early morning and Tia is sneaking around Tofu's room. She puts a beautifully wrapped gift box on his desk. The calendar on the wall says 1st of April. She sneaks out again, hides, and waits for Tofu to get up. Tofu gets up, sees the box, and gets very excited.
Oh wow! What's that? Is it a gift for me? I wonder who it's from. Let me open it and see. Huh? It's empty.
Oh, sweet Tofu, it's so easy to prank you.
Oh, you did this, Tia? Why would you do such a mean thing to me?
Oh, cheer up, Tofu. It's April Fool's Day.
I can't cheer up after what you just did to me, Tia. And also, I don't know what April Fool's Day is.
Okay, let me tell you about it. Maybe then you won't feel so bad about my little prank, Tofu. There are so many different stories about how 1st April came to be celebrated as April Fool's Day. But the most widespread one is about the calendar. In the year 1582, Pope Gregory XIII introduced a new calendar, the Gregorian calendar. This calendar started the new year on the 1st of January. But back then, information took time to spread. Remember, there was no internet or phone back then. So for a long time, many people didn't know about the change in the calendar. And many others who knew about it refused to accept the new calendar. These people continued to celebrate the New Year's Day on 1st of April. The people who had accepted the new calendar now started making fun of these non-believers. They would lead them to believe in things that did not exist, or even send them on fool's errands. Errands that didn't exist. Eventually, the new calendar was accepted worldwide, but the pranks stayed on. Friends, siblings, relatives, and even parents often play tricks on their loved ones on 1st April. All the pranks are just for harmless fun and never to hurt anyone. They usually end with the pranksters shouting, "April Fool!" and peals of laughter from everywhere. So you see, Tofu, pranking you was a part of the celebration.
I don't care. I'm really upset with what you did with me, Tia.
Oh no, Tofu. I'm really sorry. I didn't think you would feel so bad. What can I do to make it up to you?
Just accept that I made a better April Fool of you, Tia.
You were pretending to be angry with me, huh?
Yes, I was.
I guess I should be more careful around you today then.
Yes, you should.
Jingle bells, I love Christmas and I love Santa. Me too. But Tofu, do you know we call it Christmas because Jesus Christ was born that day? Really? No. But now you tell me. Please tell me a Christmas story. Tell me Jesus Christ's birthday story. Today, I'll tell you the most wonderful story of them all. The birth of Jesus Christ. The Christmas story. About 2,000 years ago, in a small town called Nazareth, there was a little house where lived a young Jewish girl named Mary. She was not married, but she was going to be real soon, to a good man named Joseph. Well, one day, something amazing happened. An angel of the Lord's, Gabriel, a very important angel, appeared to Mary. Who are you? I am Gabriel. Don't be afraid, Mary. You have found favor with God. He loves you very much. God has sent me here to tell you that soon you'll have a son. Huh? Me? A son? Yes, a son. He will be called Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of God. Mary was very obedient, and she said, I am the handmaid of the Lord. May God do with me as He wants to. Mary wanted to do just as God told her to do. Just near the time Mary was about to have her baby, the Roman Emperor sent soldiers to announce a new law.
Okay, listen everyone. The Emperor Caesar Augustus says that all of you need to pay some taxes now and register for census. So Mary and Joseph made their way to Bethlehem, because that's where Joseph had to pay taxes. It was about 65 miles from Nazareth to Bethlehem. And the trip took many, many days. And when they reached Bethlehem, guess what happened? All the places were full. All the inns were full. Mary, you wait here. Make yourself comfortable. By then, I will try to find a suitable place for us to stay.
Joseph kept knocking and knocking again and again. He had been looking and looking for a place to stay. Mary was about to have a baby.
Well, I have tried almost all the inns, and it looks like all of them are full. Dear Mary, how do you feel?
I am very tired, Joseph. But please don't worry. I am sure God will provide a place for us. Poor Joseph and Mary were so tired and didn't know what to do.
Oh God, tell me what to do. Help me. I have no idea, no clue.
It's sad that Mary and Joseph had no place to stay, no place to go.
A place no one would have expected the Son of God to be born in. It wasn't a palace, not some castle, not in a fancy building either. God's Son was born in a humble small stable.
I'll go and get some fresh hay where you can sleep comfortably tonight.
That night, Jesus was born. And oh, it was a wonderful night. Big stars shining in the sky. There was no crib, so they laid baby Jesus in a manger. It was full of fresh hay and made it a little comfortable for the baby. Near Bethlehem, that night there were some shepherds keeping watch over their flocks of sheep. When suddenly an angel appeared to them.
I have good news for you. There is a Savior who has been born.
What? Really? What Saviour? Can we see him? Where is he?
The angel told them where to find him. The shepherds were so excited and happy. They ran to the stable and found Jesus there, just as the angel had told them. After they had seen Jesus, they spread the news, and everyone who heard was in wonder. In wonder, just like you are. Doesn't it sound magical, Tofu?
So magical and fun, Tia. I am happy the angels took care of them all. Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus. Thank you for telling me the Christmas story. I'll tell it to everyone in my school tomorrow.
That'll be great, Tofu. I love telling you new stories. But be careful and don't fall off that ladder. There are no angels here to save you.
You are my angel.
I'll always love you, Tofu. Merry Christmas.
Tofu, please finish your breakfast first.
No, I want to play first. I don't like it anyway.
Tofu, it is not nice to leave your food like that. You should be thankful to your food and eat it respectfully. The first Thanksgiving. This is a very old story. It is from the year 1620, when a group of pilgrims came from Europe in a ship called the Mayflower to the east coast of United States. We have reached this new land, and we shall make it our home now. Let us call it Plymouth.
Yes, and this big rock by which Plymouth is recognized will be called the Plymouth Rock. We shall make a settlement here.
And so the pilgrims got busy trying to make a settlement in their new home. But they had arrived in the peak of winter with little resources and no food.
Oh, this is such a difficult winter. We have almost no food. The men go and catch whatever fish they can find in the freezing lakes, but it is not always enough.
Yes, and a sickness has taken over our people. We have lost so many strong men and women already. It is very difficult without proper food and supplies to take care of them.
Yes, look at what happened to our brother James Chilton and his wife. They've both died, leaving behind little Mary Chilton.
Poor Mary, she's only 13 years old, but without her mother and father to take care of her, we will have to make sure she is safe. And so Mary was taken under the care of all other pilgrims. But it was a hard sickness, and people died from extreme cold, lack of food, and the sickness that had come over their settlement. This meant Mary had to work hard. Many of the older women amongst the pilgrims had died, and the remaining work had to be shared by everyone. Mary took care of cooking and laundry for the men and boys whose wives or mothers had died. Then one day in March, two strangers called Samoset and Squanto visited the settlement. They were native Indians who lived on the land.
Hello, settlers. Welcome to your new home.
Thank you. Who are you?
I am Samoset. I am the leader of the Abenaki people, and this is Squanto from the Wampanoag tribe.
Hello, Samoset and Squanto. How is it that you speak such good English?
I have had experience with other settlers who know English.
We see that we are having trouble with food. Squanto here can teach you how to grow food on this soil.
And so the pilgrims made new friends and learned how to grow food in their new home. They learned that using fish as fertilizers will help their crops grow better. With the help of Squanto and the other people of his tribe, the pilgrims grew a healthy crop of beans, pumpkins, and corns. To celebrate the harvest, the pilgrims invited King Massasoit of the Wampanoag tribe to the feast. King Massasoit's men helped the settlers hunt for the feast. And large feast of corn, roasted meat, pie, fruits was laid. The pilgrims dedicated this day to getting together with friends and family and thanking God for the abundance of good food and loving people in our lives.
I get it now, Tia. We should be thankful for the abundance of food we have. I shall respectfully eat whatever is served to me.
That is so wonderful, Tofu. I am proud of you.
Thanks, Tia, for helping me pick these Easter eggs for Joe's party.
You're most welcome, Tofu.
Could you help me with one more thing, please?
Sure. What is it?
Joe has invited me for the Easter celebration at his home, but I feel I don't know a lot about Easter. Do you think you could tell me something about it?
Of course, Tofu. I will. Easter is the celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion. About 2,000 years ago, Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. There, he started preaching the people the right and the wrong they were doing. He performed many miracles too. He fed many people on just a little bit of food. He healed the sick and even brought back the dead to life. He was loved and followed by many people. But there were some others who felt threatened by the popularity he was gaining. These people got together with Judas Iscariot, a disciple of Jesus who too was jealous of all the love that he was receiving. Judas agreed to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. One night, Jesus sat down with his disciples to have a meal. He told his friends that the next day he would leave them all and join his Father in heaven, as one amongst them had already taken money to betray him. At this point, Judas left them all and walked away. Later, Judas came back with the priest's men who took him away. The Jewish leaders asked him if he was the Son of God. When Jesus said yes, the Jewish leaders said this was an insult to God and he should be punished. Eventually, on Friday, Jesus was nailed to a cross through his hands and feet, and the cross was raised to stand. Jesus stayed nailed to the cross till night, when he finally died. This day came to be known as Good Friday. Friends of Jesus and Mary, his mother, brought him down from the cross and laid him in a cave and made it his tomb. They sealed the cave with a rock. Mary Magdalene, a friend of Jesus, visited his tomb 2 days later on a Sunday. But the tomb was open and Jesus' body was not there. When Jesus' mother found out about it, she broke down crying. A stranger came to her then and told her that her son was now with the Lord. She asked him how he knew this. The man told her that he was Jesus. He had risen from the dead. Mary, overjoyed to know this, she spread the word of Jesus' resurrection on this day came to be celebrated as Easter Sunday.
Wow, Tia! Thanks for telling me all this. All I knew about Easter was that Christians consider this as a very sacred day, go to the church and cook good food.
Don't forget the Easter eggs, Tofu.
Oh yes, there are treasure hunts too, where we look for Easter eggs filled with chocolates and other yummies.
Yes, you're right.
For your favorite rhymes, stories and more, join Kids Hut family. Subscribe here.